Okay, so now I'm just gonna make the outside of my cat cafe. So I'm just gonna resize this plane in order to essentially, match the front of my cafe. So I'm just gonna scale it upwards, and I'm also just gonna move it, and yeah, just keep going until I get the perfect size to cover the front of my cafe. I also add a solidify modifier to make it more thicker. I'm then going to essentially go Shift A, add another cube, resize that cube to create our door, and then I'm going to put that into our space, and I'm going to use a boolean to essentially, knock and bring a space into our front to create a door. And I'm gonna still use this cube that I created, the door space, to essentially be our door. And as you can see, I'm just resizing my door accordingly, just making it slightly thinner. I, I'm essentially going to select the front and back space and go I for inverse. And then I'm going to extrude it inwards just a little bit. Once I'm done this, I'm going to essentially create a handle for my door. So I'm just going to move this accordingly. I'm just going to resize that, scale it a bit smaller. I'm going to add a loop cut in the middle. I'm going to then select that outside face and bring it out just a little bit. This is just essentially to create my handle for my door. And as you can see, I also rotate the handle and then I bring it forward to connect to our door. I separate the front and back space because I'm gonna make this a glass texture, and then the outside of it will be like a normal metal plastic type texture. As you can see, I use this using a plugin from Blendkit. I also just join all the objects together as well. And move that door, you know, accordingly. So yeah, as you can see, obviously our door doesn't open correctly, but I essentially just want to make sure that it's in the correct space. I'm then going to do the rest of the outside of my shop. So I click on the outside face, I fit inverse and move that in just a little bit. I'm also going to select the inside and the outside of that section to create glass again. As you can see, I'm just selecting the relevant texture that I would like for this section. And then I'm going to just add a banner. So to add a banner, I'd make a plane and then I extend and scale the plane to how I like it. And then I'm going to add a solidify modifier as well. And then I'm going to add image texture and I add my banner that I have created. And just rotate that accordingly. So yes, I'm just going to move my banner accordingly in place. and adjust my banner. And there you go, that is simply the outside of my cat cafe.